I was 29 when I got the job that nearly destroyed my mind. It started like any other Thursday. Grey skies, bitter coffee. No expectations, then come the email. Phil Archived Ashcroft Asylum Restorations Project. Sounded simple. Catalog old file. Documents, artifacts. Spend a few weeks in a abandoned building. It was not simple. Ashcroft was alive, and it had been waiting for me. The asylum stood like a wounded beast. Cracked brick walls, broken windows, veneers straddling the front gate. As I pulled up, my car stalled. It never started again. I stood in silence. The wind did not move the trees. No breeze, just stillness. That's when I saw him, a frail old man with glassy white eyes, approached the gate. "You are late," he said. "For what?" I asked. He did not answer. He just turned, opened the gate, and motioned me in. She doesn't not like waiting. On my first round of the north wing, room 34. Rusted door crack open by itself. Inside, hundreds of yellowed drawings draped to the walls. All of them showed the same woman, hollow eyes, stretched mouth, bleeding finger. Yes, image was signed in red ink for you. I brought a digital recorder to document my finding. That night, I played back. Through the static, I heard spare whispers that said my name over and over again. This morning, the patient file looked different. New notes, new diagnosis, or somewhere written in my handwriting. I do not remember writing anything. The starved bathroom mirror showed someone behind me. A woman in a hospital gown, eyes black as void, lips split by thread. Every time I turned it around, no one. But here, reflection never left. Harold stopped me that evening. "Never go into the basement after sunset," he said. "Why?" "Because that's when she walks." I found an old nurse's journal widget inside a patient's bedroom bed frame. Final entry. I stretched her mouth short so she stopped singing, but now she hums. The night I dreamed of drawing in a locked room. Water rose, a heartbeat thundered, and a voice said, "Let me out. I am awake now." I woke up shocked in sweat, and my shoes were wet. At the west hall, a locked door had no handle. Yet every time I passed it, I heard breathing, slow, deep, wet, like someone asleep or pretending to be. At midnight, the grandfather clock in the lobby screamed inside of screaming. It screamed in a woman's voice and said my name. I glanced at my watch in the east corridor. 1:47 p.m. I blinked. When I looked it again, it was 4:13 p.m. Was in the boiler room with no idea how I got there. I started hearing giggles inside the walls. One night, I pressed my ear to the plaster. A teeny voice whispered, "Do not trust Harold." I cracked the records. Harold died in 1986. Buried behind the asylum. But I had coffee with him that morning. One room was sealed of the red tape on the door, "Do not unseal." She still awake. I opened it. Inside, blood on the walls and a note pinned to the ceiling. "She knows you know." The lights flickered as a walked. They stopped when I stopped, but they always flickered on stepped here. But they always flickered on step ahead. like someone else was leading me. On patient file read. Subject attempted to add glass. Claimed the glass oiled. Let her see God from the inside. The photo stated to it was me. Room 2090 was upside down. Furniture nailed to the ceiling. Water ran upward. On the mirror, we are almost ready. In the chapel, candles lit. Thumbslips voice changes a name I could not understand, but I kept mouthing it anyway. He knocked on my door at 2 a.m. You opened the red room, he said. Now she'll use your voice. Then he vanished into smoke. That night, my camera captured something I did not see live. I tell figure, face made of flickering static, standing at the end of the hallway. Frame by frame, he moved closer. In the final frame, he was right behind me. Room 4070 was different. It pulsed. The walls moved like lungs, and when I stepped in, I swear it exhaled. I asked a question around. Who are you? Play it back the recorder. I chilled his voice, replied. I am your shadow. Harlot's voice again. In my dream, he whispered. She is not trapped inside you are. I wake up starving, but the fridge was full of rotten treat. The mirror in room 112 showed me smiling. I was not. Found a box labeled property of Nurse Eliza. Inside, a switching kit, blood-stained treat, and a human tongue. Which corridor grey longer is time walk it. Day 1, 8 doors. Day 2, 60 doors. By the 5. A stupid counting. I still have not found the end. I laid in bed, felt washed, locked up, hundreds of teeny eyes blending from the ceiling cracks. Claw marks appeared overnight on my door. 5 deep cries. Something was trying to get in or trying to mark me. Every night the beat across from mine shocked a dent as it someone heavy had just gotten up. I followed his lodger to the courtyard. There was no herald, only a broken wheelchair spinning in place. Turn it on the pocket. Red liquid poured out, not blood. Trigger alive. It crawled back up the sink. Always 3 knocks every night. 2:70 a.m. Always from the inside of the closet. There one hallway wall that was not made of brick. Its skin vintage, warms sometimes. It shivers when I pass. Old film reel title. Patient 6066. Footage shows a man staring at the camera, repeating, "She goes, she shows me." Then he rips off his own face. Behind the chapel, I found a grave with my name on it. Date of death tomorrow. At night, I heard footsteps not avoid me on the ceiling. Bare feet fast upside down. Room 000. It was not on the map. Inside no walls, no light. Just darkness that whispered. Steady your eyes to see me. Woke up in the main lobby, surrounded by symbols drowned in ash. My hands were burned and I was smiling. No phones in the asylum. Still, I heard ringing from a broken payphone. Pick it up, I voice whispered. You are already dead. You just forgot. Saw a face peeking from under a stair. Expect it was upside down. Mouth where eyes sold me. It said, "Let me wear you." Hundreds of portraits, every walls. All of them were me, but older. Rotting, smelling, wider is time. Every time the clock struck 3:03 a.m. Time rewind for the seconds. I did 7 times. I remember all of them. Laid down for rest, filled whispers throughout the mattress, springs. She is under here. There's a red door. It changes locations. Appears wherever I did not lock. Entered the chapel. A chair stood in silence. Children, no eyes. Their mouths open. No sound. But I heard it in my bones. Found a rusted key in my pillow. It was wet. Repeat read. Did not unlock any door. But my reflection blinked when I've touched it. Asked who is in this room. They whispered back all of us. Room 7007, where gravity fields. I hang from the ceiling, bleeding upward, filled hair, hand brushed mine. Wake up, could not remember my name, where it later in a whisper. Did not sound like me. Being turned black, ink spilled from my eyes. The walls drank it. Skin plate of black paper, words typed underneath. This story is not yours anymore. Dining hall, table full of rotten food. Figures sat around it, no face. One seat empty, mine. In the floor of room 9013, a hall black. Bottomless, it hums and repeats a lullaby from my childhood. Every morning, the second toothbrush was wet. I lied alone. Found a cake on my desk. Candle lit. Card read, happy first year in Ashcroft. I'd only been here 11 days. Shadow moved across the hallway. Light bulbs burst. It hit on light, then turned and saw me. My skin began whispering teeny voice from every pore. She is behind your eyes. Nurse Eliza appeared. Her body was just skin, hollow. She walked without touching the floor. My face will not move. Smile frozen. There's brunette, she whispered. I like you better this way. I saw someone wearing my skin. Talking to Harold, living my life. I was watching from behind a mirror. It set into the wall in bold. It set into the wall in blood. Live now or become here. Jumped through a window to escape. Landed in the same hallway. Time loop. I screamed. The hallway screamed back. A voice whispered a new name into my ear. I repeated it. Feel something detached from me. Found a sealed door labeled. Do not accept the end. I opened it inside my voice. Already telling this story. Woke up without a tongue. Mirror socket in showing into her mouth. Harlot offered me a way out. Let her use you just once. She is let you go. She was the next morning. I could not remember what I did know, but everyone else was gone. The asylum door opened on its own. Women entered. New face, new voice. Harlot smiled. She is worse now, he said. I was from the walls, whisper into microphones. She tells the story now. I listen like you are. I followed the humming down the east stairwell, through the rusted sub-basement gate, into the hidden chamber. She waited there. The straight-mouthed woman. Her eyes bled ink. Her arms were open, and I walked into them.